trial, and I'm going to permit Mr. Shaw L to participate in this trial via Zoom.
I have some objections.
I've ruled, Mr. Shaw L, that I'll allow you.
Okay, and I object to your ruling as you ordered Mr. Swirly in all these matters, 215, MR 215, the 216, and the Cadillac matter, to respond in writing to a definite statement, with a definite statement of bona fide allegation of jurisdiction, pursuant to the U.S. Constitution and Title 28 Judiciary and Judicial Procedures. As the prosecution has failed, or Mr. Swirly has failed to present which system of laws the court is operating under, I have not been made aware of the material allegation that give this court any jurisdiction to proceed over property rights without the law being presented as to which system of laws the court is operating under.
Anything else?
The jurisdiction is being challenged. You indicated that they indicated that December 20th, 2020, that a response was made. That I have received no response in regards to any matter concerning the material allegation of jurisdiction. The prosecution has also failed to place within the order that you indicated for him to respond in writing.
Anything else?
I want my objection noted, and this is a court of record. Will this be able to be transcribed?
Yes, it is. This is all electronically recorded.
I want to know, what is your lawful reasoning for the denial of the motion to dismiss and allowing the forfeitures to pass in 215 and 216 in the Cadillac?
Because you failed to file a claim within the 45-day time frame.
And this is your lawful reasoning?
That is the statutory reason, and I am.
So is this a statutory jurisdiction that the court is operating under?
I am going to follow the statute that applies to these cases.
So is this a statutory jurisdiction you're indicating that the court is operating under?
I am operating under the general jurisdiction that is bestowed to this court by the Illinois Constitution, and I am bound to follow the statutory law that is in effect for this case, which is the Civil Forfeiture Act. And that's
okay. So what book of rules that governs the Civil Forfeiture Act, and you indicated, are you indicating that you represent the Illinois state constitution?
I didn't indicate I represent anyone. I'm the judge.
So you operate off the Illinois, you represent the Illinois state constitution as a judge.
Constitution. I took an oath to uphold the Constitution.
To uphold the Illinois state constitution?
That's correct.
And what book of rules governs the code of, what you say, the code of civil procedure What gives that the effect of law?
I'm not going to debate.
Sir, you cannot be unresponsive. I maintain that you being unresponsive is misleading, as you and the prosecution are operating under a secret jurisdiction, and I demand it be disclosed in regards to my property being confiscated without due process of law.
You, Mr. Shah, were served with a notice of the forfeiture, and you failed to respond within the 45-day time period in both case number 17 MR 216 and 17 MR 215. As a result, that in each cases is forfeited by virtue of statute. That is the ruling of the court.
Okay, so objection. Are you indicating that this court is operating under a statutory jurisdiction?
I am operating based upon the statute that applies to these cases.
Let the record show that the prosecution has failed to present a definite statement of bona fide allegation of jurisdiction, as the court has instructed it to do so, and the court now is superseding the supreme law of the land by indicating that a statute which has no effect in law supersedes the Constitution for the United States of America and the treaties made. You're estopping by remaining silent. You're refusing to answer my question in regards to which system of laws this court is operating under in order for me to prepare a defense. What's been presented by the prosecution does not indicate, as I've stated in writing, that in the declaration, that there's no system of laws being presented for me to prepare a defense in regards to my property being confiscated or stolen. So why have you decided not to instruct the prosecution, or not instruct the prosecution, but to be provided this information by the prosecution that you clearly asked them to present in writing? Now you're retracting.
Because you failed to do what you were supposed to do under the law. And as a result, the property...
Under what law? This is where which system of laws is the court operating under? You're steady saying under the law, but you're failing to instruct the prosecution to present which system of laws the court is operating under.
What you don't like is my ruling. If you don't like my ruling, then you can appeal my ruling. But that's my ruling.
No, I'm being denied due process of law because your ruling lacks standing. The prosecution's complaint as well lacks standing, as the material allegation of jurisdiction is missing from the complaint and from the record in these proceedings. In fact, these matters have been removed to an Article 3 jurisdiction.
I'm unaware of any removal of these matters.
Oh, sir, the removals have been filed. The removals have been removed to a consular court jurisdiction.
Judge, if I may, Mr. Shah L is incorrect. He did attempt to remove all his matters to the federal courts on 2 separate occasions, and they were rejected both times by the federal court.
Objection. Mr. Swirly is mistaken. These matters have been removed to Article 3 consular court jurisdiction.
Nope.
Is there a removal or not?
No, the removals were denied, Judge, by the federal court 2 separate times on his criminal cases.
Objection. We're not speaking in regards to the other cases where the prosecution has failed to present what system of laws the court is operating under. We're speaking in regards to these matters right here have been removed to Article 3 jurisdiction. And I exercise my right to self-determination and enter a judicial determination in regards to these matters.
He is incorrect, Judge. They have never been removed.
Sir, anything you want to state, you can place in a wet ink signature under the penalty of perjury.
Mr. Shortly to respond to your comments, Mr. Shaw, just like I've allowed you to speak.
Sir, I'm not aware of which system of laws the court is operating under, or which jurisdiction the prosecution, the non-prosecutor claims to represent, or if you, for that matter, claim to represent, stating you are sworn to uphold the Illinois state constitution. I've demanded you produce your oath of office, oath of ethics, and public hazard bonding information to perfect your title of office. Your office has been disabled. Therefore, I enter a judgment pursuant to my self-determination, pursuant to Article 3, Section 2, Sections 1 and 2, under the supreme law of the land, removing these matters to a lawful jurisdiction and venue.
12/8/21 at 10 a.m. Thank you. That's all for today. Mr. Schwartley, I would ask you to draft the orders with respect to 17 MR 216 and 215.
Criminals.
I will do that, Judge.
Thank you.